Good morning and welcome. I am Francisco Aguilar, your Secretary of State. I'd like to thank the Nevada Supreme Court Justices for joining me here today in Carson City. As Secretary of State and Nevada's Chief Officer of Elections, I'm honored to hereby call to order the canvass of the vote for the 2024 general election, as required by NRS 293.395. Today, we have a majority of Nevada Supreme Court Justices assembled and therefore can proceed with the canvass. I'd like to welcome our Chief Justice and all of our Supreme Court Justices. Thank you for helping to ensure the protection of our constitutional right to vote. Before I begin the review of the results of the 2024 general election, which occurred on Tuesday, November 5th, 2024, I'd like to take a moment to provide some details about the 2024 election cycle. First, let me start by addressing the obvious. It has been a challenging election cycle, but the good news is that Nevada's elections have remained more secure and safe than ever. And the obstacles elections officials faced this year didn't change that. For many election officials across the state, this was their first presidential election cycle. They continue to deal with the rapid turnover of staff, increasingly complex requirements. Those requirements and turnover led to administrative errors and confusion. Our office worked in close collaboration with the counties to immediately address issues and combat misinformation. But it's still not ideal for any of us. The other good news, none of the issues prevented a voter's ability to vote or altered the results in any way. I will be meeting in person with all of the clerks and their staff in a few weeks, and we will have a very open and honest discussion about what took place this year and what is needed to make improvements before the start of the 2026 election cycle. One of the major successes of this year was the implementation of the voter registration and election management system, which creates a centralized voter registration database and implemented top-down voter registration and creates continuity across all 17 county election management systems. This significantly increased the security and transparency of the election, while also streamlining the experience for voters and election workers. Now, we'll be focused on phase 2 of this project to continuing to enhance our election systems and processes. This wouldn't have been possible without the hard work of the county and city clerks and the election workers in all 17 counties, as well as the hard work by the staff of the Secretary of State's office. We are all determined to make improvements and suggest legislative steps to ensure our elections remain free and fair, with a focus on continuously improving the voter experience. Regarding the general election, though, a record number of voters cast a ballot in Nevada this year. The final number of voters who cast a ballot was 1,487,887. That's approximately 73% of active registered voters, compared to approximately 77% turnout for the 2020 general election. 5 counties had turnout rates over 85% this year. Lincoln, which had the highest turnout with an incredible 92%. Elko, Eureka, Humboldt, and White Pine were also over 85%. The county with the lowest turnout this year was Clark County, with 70.2% turnout. Youth turnout in Nevada continues to outpace the national average. This year, the national average for young voters from ages 18 to 29 was approximately 42%. Nevada's young voters blew past that with over 57% turnout. Go Nevada. Nevada's youth turnout rate in 2020 was also above the national average, proving how engaged our young voters are in Nevada's future. Nevada gained 220,441 additional active registered voters for the 2024 general when compared to the 2020 election. The number of registered voters across the state is now 2,042,607. As for the methods that voters chose to cast their ballots, 45% did so by mail ballot, 37% voted during early voting, and 18% voted on election day. There was also a massive surge in the use of our online system that is available for use by our active duty military, their families, overseas citizens, voters with a disability, and tribal voters who live on a colony or reservation in Nevada. A record 6,848 voters chose to use the system, compared to 1,273 during the 2020 general election. Of those 6,848 voters, 716 were new registrations, and 6,132 were already registered voters. That includes 1,622 active duty military, 575 spouses of military, 3,666 overseas citizens, 924 voters with a disability, and 61 tribal voters from 11 tribes or bands. Finally, I'd like to thank all Nevada's elections officials for their dedication and commitment to providing a transparent, legal, and fair election, as well as the support offered by numerous county and city attorneys, staff from the Office of the Attorney General, numerous communication staff, and many members of county and state leadership team, especially our governor. You have before you the official abstract of the vote. The first page details voter turnout, which I have just presented. Do they need to pass those out? But they don't have them in front of them, do they? Oh, no worries. You'll get them soon. I will also offer some additional highlights. The Nevada electorate selected the Republican candidate for president, President-elect Donald Trump, the first Republican to win the state popular vote since 2004. Senator Rosen won re-election and her second term as one of our representatives in the United States Senate. In all 4 congressional districts, the incumbent won their seat again. Representatives Dina Titus, Mark Amodei, Susie Lee, and Stephen Horsford were all re-elected. In the Nevada Supreme Court, Chief Justice Kadish was re-elected. Congratulations, Chief Justice. And Justices Patty Lee and Lydia Stiglich won as well. Congratulations. In the legislative races, there were 5 newly elected state senators and 11 newly elected assembly persons. Chief Justice Kadish, do you or colleagues have any questions?
Thank you for that report and that important information about our election. I'm certainly glad to hear that it went smoothly. We didn't have any fraud issues, and we can rely on our election results. Did anyone have any questions? Nope. I think we're good. Thank you.
As being a member of the Nevada Bar for over 18 years, this is the first time I actually appeared before justices or any judge. So thank you for the opportunity. It's now time to ask the justices of the Nevada Supreme Court to officially declare the canvass by signing the abstracts, which I believe you have.
We will proceed to do so at this time. I just wanted to mention Justice Christina Pickering was unable to be present today, but we obviously have 6 of our 7 justices present and signing.
Good. Well, thank you, Justices. I now declare the official canvass of the 2024 general election be adjourned. We will notify the governor's office to prepare the certificates of the election. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.